Good. Hi guys. Hey. My god. This is weird. It's been a while. It's been a very long while. Oh my god. I feel nervous, I'm gonna lie. I haven't been in front of a camera like this for I don't know, almost 6 months now. So but it's quite refreshing to be here again, seeing you guys and I'm not actually seeing you guys. I'm looking at myself in the camera right now. This is ridiculous. Can I actually do this? I can do this. I can do this. Okay. I'm not gonna cut the video. This is just gonna be a straight video where we just talk. Okay. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is EJ Solomon EJ. I am a Nigerian guy living. I'm a Nigerian student living in Rwanda, living and studying in Rwanda, studying software engineering in the African Leadership University. So if you want to go, if you want to know more about that, I guess maybe later in the future I'll release a video about my university and how amazing it is. And that's currently where I'm at right now. Currently at the university campus. It's really beautiful, as you can see. So why am I making this video? Well, I want us to talk, right? I wanted us to talk about Africa, okay? Because this is 2025. Basically, a quarter of the 21st century is gone, and we're now also today is like July 2nd, which is basically half of the entire year of 2025 is gone, which is also one of the reasons why I decided that I must make this video, because the more I wait, the more I delay, then the harder it becomes, and you know how life goes. So I'm just gonna gun it. Let's talk about Africa. I remember roughly around January when Trump just became president, and then there was the whole Doge thing with Elon Musk and Trump becoming buddies, and then Doge came into power and then tried to make the American government efficient, but then it led to a lot of cutbacks on some American societies and programs such as USAID particularly, and a bunch of others as well. And it was funny because I think it was within January/February, which was when the whole rumor of, I don't know if it's a rumor, but there was that US secretary who said that the US has been funding societies, terrorist organizations such as Al Qaeda and Boko Haram. When I heard that news, it really struck a chord, because I know how much Boko Haram affected my life personally, right? I know I'm kind of, you'd say, oh, this guy, what are you talking about? How did that Boko Haram affect your life? You look like you're doing well. But the thing is this, right? Boko Haram really changed Nigeria a lot, like changed a lot of things in Nigeria. I remember back in 2014, 2013, 2015, thereabouts, Nigeria was becoming something else, right? It wasn't the same Nigeria that I grew up knowing, between the early 2000s and then after 2010. There was the disappearance of hope. I remember seeing companies closing down, family members and family friends and church members losing their jobs because their companies were packing up and leaving the country. That was so scary. That was so weird. I'd never seen such a mass fallout, especially because we used to always believe Nigeria was going to be this great country, and all you needed to do as a young guy in school, you just study, work hard, and then when you study hard, you work hard, you get good grades, then after school you get a job. That's how it should be. That was the lie, or I don't know if I'll call it a lie, but that was what we were told to do. And right before our eyes, I saw people they've been employed for such a long time, like 10 years, and then all of a sudden they became jobless, like they had no job. Why? Because the company that they're working for is now leaving Nigeria because Nigeria is becoming unsafe. So that really scared me a lot. And apart from that, that also led to a lot of events which prevented me from even completing my university education in Nigeria, right? I'm gonna fast forward to like 2018, 2019, just before the lockdown, which was the time where I just finished my secondary school, and I was actually working in a restaurant, but then I also wanted to get admission into a university. And it was one of the most painful periods in my life. It was so difficult, man. My parents and we kept struggling. My parents were struggling and trying to help me. I write exams here and there. You pass the exams, you try to apply, and then you get denied over and over and over again. It took about 4 years until I got into another program that I was able to, gain the real admission, which only lasted 2 years, sadly. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. But that was only from January. Hearing about Boko Haram and hearing that the U.S. government actually has a hand in Boko Haram, it's really, that really hurt my soul. I'm not gonna lie. It really felt like a betrayal, like a real heartbreak, because I always had this admiration for people from the United States and also even the United States government because of how advanced their society is. I've always assumed that the society was very advanced and they're doing well for their people, and if we as Africans can also learn from them, we can definitely be able to do well for ourselves. Well, it turns out that their hands are not clean and they're actually not the best people out there. And it's only recently I'm realizing now that actually, kind of like the rest of the world is out to get us as Africans due to the resources that we have. It can be quite dispersing to think about it, but the good thing that I could also say, at least, is the rise of the silent rise, I should call it, of Pan-Africanism, right? So if you've been watching the media closely of late, you would have seen at least something like Burkina Faso with Captain Traoré, right? So who's this Captain Traoré, for example? Like, who is Captain Traoré? This is a guy who is literally changing the African narrative. He's a leader. Man, we need more Captain Traorés, I'm not gonna lie. As an African, as a young guy like me, who is in university, who's trying to figure out his career, who's looking forward to the future, what's gonna come next, right? We need more Captain Traorés. We need more people who are actually leaders, empathic leaders. We don't care if it's democratic or autocratic, but somebody who actually cares for the real need of the people of his own country to actually be able to lead us. We don't want greedy people, because Africa is overrun by too many greedy people. It's so sad because the greed doesn't even pay. Like, if you're a greedy president or a greedy politician, you're still gonna make more money if you were to do the right thing, and you get to benefit from it more by doing the right thing. You feel safe to move around in your country. You're not gonna feel like, your people are gonna attack you because you did something wrong, right? You know you're doing the right thing, so you feel the confidence and the freedom to just stroll around. You don't have to worry about, I shouldn't go through this road, or I shouldn't go into this neighborhood, or I shouldn't come out of my car. I saw a video recently where Tinubu was scared of I think somebody from the he was giving a speech, and somebody from the audience came running towards him, but they didn't show who the person was. All we saw was Tinubu just being scared, like, what's going on, and like you could see the fear in his face, and then later a little bit of ease came, and but you could also see the security guards and officers just spring into action, trying to get down whoever it is. But then we heard that the guy wanted to give him a hug. Can you imagine? So if Tinubu felt confident in his leadership, he wouldn't have to worry about having so many security convoy walking with him like a you understand? He will feel the confidence to be actually able to move to anywhere in Nigeria, feel peaceful, feel no remorse, and just do what he needs to do without fear. But of course, they know that their hands are not clean, so they feel guilty. So of course, they feel like if they were to step out of their vehicle without the right security detail, somebody might just come at them with a knife or something, which is sad to say, but yeah. So let's continue watching the space. Personally, I've been keeping tabs on Captain Traore and his things, the things he's been doing in Burkina Faso, and I really hope that a lot of other Africans are keeping tabs on him as well, trying to see the things that he's doing and see if they can also do exactly or something different or something better for their own people, you know? Because I think it's about time we wake up as Africans. It's about time we actually decide for ourselves what we want. We cannot continue living this life of dependency on the West. You know, in terms of technology, for example, we don't have any proprietary technology we can say, oh, this is an African-made technology that the world is using. You know, it's quite a shame. And that is not because we as Africans are not capable or we're not smart enough or we don't have the human capital, but the amount of Western suppression for, you know, African geniuses is quite a shame. It's really, really painful. There's this guy, Maxwell Chikumbutso. Maxwell Chikumbutso, I've forgotten the country he's from. It is, I think, Tanzania. And he's an inventor, and he invented this free, it's not really a free energy device, it's a radio wave generator, something that it converts the radio waves into electrical energy, radioactive energy into electrical energy. And it's a very, very efficient device from his designs. And you know, there was a whole uproar about who is this Maxwell Chikumbutso guy and what he's doing and is it real? And a lot of people are trying to debunk his technology. Until now, we haven't heard much from it though. But who will blame him? Who will blame him? He is African. Of course, when he releases a technology like that, there's going to be a lot of backlash because, oh, God forbid, an African is able to manufacture a technology that the West doesn't have, you know? Or, you know, it's really a double standard kind of thing, you know? The society really is operated by a lot of, by basically the West. And I'm not trying to demonize the entire West. I know that there are a lot of good people in the US and also in Europe who do not mean us any harm, you know, per se. But I know for a fact that it's mainly the leaders in the space within US, within the whole West actually, who are out to get us as Africans. And but I also hope that eventually things are gonna calm down and you know. But nonetheless, as Africans, as a young guy, I still believe that we need to do our own part. You know, take a page from Captain Traore's book and actually be the enactor of change that you want to see, rather than waiting on somebody else to come and, you know, save you. So I'm gonna start my own journey by taking up that mantle and deciding for myself what I want. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for something to happen. I will be the one to go create that change for myself. No longer gonna wait. So one of the first steps is actually this video that I'm releasing, which is a long time coming, but like I said, better late than never. So anyways, this video was very, very long. It wasn't planned, it wasn't rehearsed. This is just me talking right from my head and from my heart. As you can tell, I'm stuttering. Forgive me for all the back and forths. So but I promise over time, definitely my public speaking skills will get better, and also my video editing and video recording skills will get better. So please, if you have a bit of patience to actually watch me grow throughout all of that process, kindly subscribe to the channel. I promise I will be releasing more videos as time goes on, and I will increase my frequency of uploads from once per week to 2 per week. I just want to see this channel grow. If I can hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, that for me will be a game changer. So please, I beg you, subscribe to my channel, and please also write down below any comment you think it's going to be useful, any feedback you notice that you think it's going to help me actually grow. Anyhow you want to criticize, whether positive or negative, that's totally fine. I totally respect your opinion, and I totally appreciate your input. So thank you very, very much. Peace out.